Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bedomy and this is Koncolos, a free-to-play demo of the upcoming visual novel developed by Dennis Kayak. I do apologize if I mispronounced it, but Turkish is not my native language, so I'm reading it as I see it. Anyway, back on topic. As I said, this is a prologue or a demo for the upcoming visual novel you can download for free on Steam and I think some other sites as well. But I got this on Steam, so I'm playing the Steam version. This is a very well-written and interesting visual novel in all my experiences. Well, I read from what I played of visual novels and read books. I am kind of interested in the story, I'm not gonna lie. The visual aesthetics are also very well done. As you can see, the city has a nice level of detail attached to it, and the colors also work together in tandem to create a very dark and oppressive atmosphere for it. At least that's the general idea I got from what I saw. The characters are a bit, as you can see, the characters are very much anime inspired, but they're not quite as detailed as the backgrounds, as you can, we'll see more of it as we play through the game, but yeah, I think that the actual characters themselves are, less detailed than the backgrounds. But to be fair, this is all done by I'm not sure if this was done by a single person, but there is work to be done, and I am honestly enjoying the story for all it's worth. There is a pretty good hook, line and sinker when it comes to the story and the characters. They're all very well written, and I am interested in finding out what happened and how their stories will end. So first things first, before we get into the gameplay itself, let's take a look at the options menu. As you can see, there's only two options. Which resolution do you wish, and which language do you wish to play with? As you can see, there's only English and Turkish, and you can also exit the game at your leisure at this point. So yeah, for a visual novel, that's pretty decent. I'll just continue on with the game, and let's go. Yes, thank you. I had to press space a couple of times in order to get the game running, but there we go. The story progresses. I mean, it's a short demo story, or it's a prologue for all intents and purposes, so we'll just get to know some of the characters and how they know each other. Rumor got out last week. They were curious about why I left running for home as soon as my shift ended. And this is your main protagonist, the bartender in a small bar in the middle of the road. Or, not the road, but the middle of the street. I'm not gonna pronounce the names because I'll probably butcher them. Actually, let's try it. Honor Bay, Honor Bay has invited me to a party his friends was throwing. I guess he wanted to be... Okay, I'm not gonna read all of this. So if you want to read the text a bit, just go along with it, or pause the game. I'm talking as well, so you can just read this while I'm blubbering on and on. But as you can see, there's an interesting aesthetic to the world itself. Just look at this. The bar is so well designed, and the small animations of background characters walking around and animals with their small animations are also they're nicely done. The fish is somewhat as you can see, she is not okay, I'm not an animator, so I know, but I have a general idea that animation isn't easy, so the turning animation is a bit awkward, but otherwise, yeah, I really like the animations here and the color scheme that the game incorporates. The mixture of greens and reds that just puts a nice visual effect to the area. Every character is distinctly designed. At least the main ones, I can quickly tell them apart for all intents and purposes of the story. But as I've already mentioned, the characters themselves are, well, they're kind of suffering from lack of detail. You can tell pretty quickly that that the main character's hair is just another layer on top of his head. It kind of looks like a wig, if you ask me. I mean, the same can be said about our main heroine here. You can quickly tell that these are just attached hair pieces to them like wigs, which is kind of sad, because I really am interested in the story and how these two will interact and resolve the mystery that's plaguing the city. Apparently there is a monster in the back alley over there, behind the girl. But we'll find out more about it when the game is finally released this year, I think. I did write down the date, but I kind of lost the piece of paper where I wrote it down, so yeah, this is awkward. But the game should be released this year, and honestly, I cannot wait to play it. So, while we discussed the animation and visual presentation itself enough, I think. Let's talk about the characters and the story in itself. We're looking through the narrative. As the narrator is the main character, he will not only discuss things with other characters as they come along, he will also tell us his own inner thoughts about the situations he's in and his opinions about the characters themselves. And yeah, sometimes you will see that the guy has a bit of is somewhat depressed, so he goes for self-mocking or self-insulting. He goes into a self-mocking and self-deprecating thoughts pretty quickly. I mean, that's to be honest, that's how most people these days are. But still, kind of makes you angry when. Well, it's not annoying, but it's not very endearing either. And yes, this is another thing I have to mention. The background characters have a decent animation cycle, but every named character that moves has this... I'm not sure what to call it. It's not animation, it's just several different sprites just sliding across the screen. They're not even... Well, you saw. The guy didn't walk, the guy just slided in, and a couple of animations changed as he walked in. I hope that's gonna be taken care of when the game is finally released, because I really want... Because I can see that the guy knows how to do animations. And it seems like Mr. Kayak is capable of creating very interesting worlds, and that he has artistic talent, but if he's not very good with human designs, he could probably hire an extra artist or an animator. I'm not too sure, but I honestly hope that visually speaking, the characters are upgraded and their animations are also fixed when the game is properly released. So yeah, this is pretty much it. The characters come in, you talk to them, and tell your inner monologues as the story progresses. I don't want to spoil the story. Well, this is a prologue, so there isn't much to spoil. I could just give you the basic plot summary, to be honest, which is that our heroine here in the background will start causing trouble in the bar whenever you leave it. So your boss will forbid you from serving her or letting her in as every day passes. So I am honestly I am honestly interested in seeing how the story will resolve it, and why is the heroine so aggressive whenever we leave, and who is the monster that lives in the back alley. Also, I'm really interested in finding out why is she always leaving comic book pages at the counter whenever she visits. I mean, she designs comic book strips and then leaves them for our main character here, but yeah, that's pretty much it about the game. The only thing I can also tell you is the music is rather short and it loops around it, but it is something nice you can listen to. I'm currently bobbing my head as I'm listening to the soundtrack while I'm talking, which is not very productive because I'm trying to make a video about it. But I know it's really catchy. Yeah, as I said, it's a very catchy tune. Not gonna lie, I am enjoying I don't mind just pausing the game and listening to the soundtrack while I do something else. But anyway, there's not much I can tell you, nothing more I can tell you about the game without going too much into spoilers. So I'm just gonna scroll a few more lines in and then move my hands around, pretending like I am a very successful actor or orator or a critic discussing a painting with someone, but in honesty, yeah, this is it for the game review. It's a relatively short affair and everything, but I honestly wish that this game that I can play this game when it comes out. I like the characters from what little time I had with them. They all seem like an interesting bunch. And while we're here, let's just discuss this one topic that you might have noticed. The female characters all look the same. I mentioned this already, that the characters all share this one problem, that they're not very well designed, as you can see. I mean, this is just a basic female form, and there's different layers of clothing and hairstyles attached to them. That really needs to be fixed, in all honesty. But yeah, apart from that, I am enjoying the game, for the story, for the atmosphere itself, and just the city's design, and I have a feeling that the other background designs we will see in the game itself will be something amazing to look at. Small animations that just make the place feel alive are just the sugar on top. The main focus is the story, and Kayak is a very talented storyteller. It's a short story for now, but I am interested in finding out what happened afterwards. So if you have the time, please download this on Steam, play the prologue, and yeah, enjoy yourselves for approximately 20 to 15 minutes, I think. I'm gliding through this quicker, but yeah, I would recommend that you guys play this game when you have a chance. The artwork should be improved upon when the game is actually released. At least I hope. I don't know the guy, but yeah, if you can, download the demo, have some fun with it, and wait for the actual game to be released, because I have a feeling that this is a very well crafted and an interesting story is about to be unleashed upon us when the game hits the store shelves. Until then, my name has been Bedomy. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good night.